Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about the legal practices. We move on to Brexit, the hottest topic these days. Our guest today, Mr. Uddin Shah, is very much involved with the affairs of the community. Let's ask him about, sir, do you think that Brexit and the future of the UK immigration and economic prosperity, they are correlated?
Yes, I do see this way, and indeed before the formal election or yes or no
referendum,
and I was one of those rare people in our community with my colleague Syed Neaz Ahmad. We run 4 live programs where we put all the points why we should be out of European Union. Yes, lots of issues going on, and if you ask me to point to somebody, I would say it is the current failure of our own politicians, including the prime ministers. There is no effective negotiation going on with the European.
Right now, you're talking.
Right now, I am talking about
getting out of it.
Getting out of it. That high divorce bill. What will happen, and what trigger? If we look into the background, the Brexit is. I would be, as an individual, based on my little experience, that we would be happy to stay with the European Union. The 2 problems which become uncontrollable, which is mass migration from European Union unaccounted for, and pressure on our.
What do you reckon the number of people who are here unaccounted?
Unaccounted because the government always give a figure, we got this number of European people in this country. This is not the case as well, because there is no passport control. So government really don't know how many thousands of European people coming to this country and how many people living there. And in terms of benefits, it's a huge pressure. You know, they have this benefits entitlement. One, they show at a very basic level they are exercising the treaty right. The pressure on our housing, education, NHS, and it is not just the area dominated by the peoples of ethnic minority groups, Tower Hamlets. We have seen problems, people in Peterborough, people in Cambridge. The predominantly white origin people, English people, they are campaigning, we don't want any European migration. They are not saying anything from people coming from Bangladesh, India. And if you see the results of the Brexit, because you will see the most of the yes vote was from the white origin people. They no longer wanted to stay part of European Union.
White and also senior people, senior people, not young people.
Well, yes, senior people, because there is a realization between them, and even I was receiving complaint from my young solicitors and staff at my offices that, Tajbhai, why you are doing this? I say, you people going to European countries, no passport control, short holidays, but in long run, you people don't realize what is happening, because something this is happening, this migration pressure, it is not a tangible issue, but in long run it's becoming a time bomb for United Kingdom. We are a small island and we cannot bear this pressure from coming from European Union. And if you look into the history of the migration, I myself been to many European countries, spent time with the Bangladeshi people, Pakistani origin people, and I observed, because whoever is regularizing their position in European countries as a European citizen, as soon as they have European citizenship, their destination, ultimate destination is United Kingdom.
We have a significant number of people of Bangladeshi origin from Italy in this country, in this area particularly. I had a guest, Professor Francesco Della Pupa. He is working, he's doing his PhD on migration of Bangladeshis to Italy. And I asked him, has the migration failed? Why are so many Bangladeshis now moving away from Italy to UK? And he had no answers.
Is the benefits which we can say. I have people, clients represent from coming from Italy. Their complaint is that we cannot freely build our own mosque. There is no English at the schools, and
it's obvious in Italy you don't expect a school.
Yes, there's no job opportunities. So these are the issues they have, and ultimately all down to this benefits issue, and also better education, better housing, which they do not have in other European countries.
That is more attractive. The economic reasons.
Yeah, economic reasons and a secure future.
Do you think that the student visa and a skilled migration in the UK after Brexit, is it going to take its toll? I mean, people will stop coming over here, people will be restricted, and people will not be able to come to study and work here as skilled migrants?
In terms of students, that point-based introduction of the student visa, removing the old rules, from the day one I was campaigning against it, and I still would say it was one of the significant failure of the Labour government. It was a bad piece of law which they never considered it properly. So, and also it was the failure of the Home Office, because they granted license to so many private colleges. People made their money.
The spurious colleges.
Yes, they are now leading a happy life. And inshallah, there was an incident, our own Bangladeshi origin people running those private colleges. In excess of £4 million cash was found in their possession. They are now serving prison sentence. So it was the failure of the authority, but the victim is the student. Now a significant number of Bangladeshi origin people came as a student. They came with a genuine intention to study and work, but college closed down, frequent closed down one by one, and it's become an unbearable situation. But
But closing down the colleges and sending these people to the prisons does not help the students who lost their money.
Exactly, there is no sort of sympathy for them, that today the government not doing anything to those fraudsters who made millions out of those poor students and leading a very nice luxury life. Some of them I personally know got luxury flats, villas in Dubai and other Middle East countries. And they are now out of touch, and their victims are on the street today. Thousands of students, but at the moment, if you ask me the current situation, there are short of students in many mainstream universities in this country. Universities is also campaigning to the government that, look, you got to give us some flexibility, because they need foreign students to
but foreign students bring money.
Yes, exactly, they need those students. So I can see, because if this European issue is resolved, I can see there likely to be some kind of flexibility for the students in near future, but I hope the government don't give too many licenses to the private colleges. And in terms of skilled migration, what we say is work permit or the investor visa, it is still there. There's a strict criteria to follow, and of course the government has openly said we want to give flexibility to the people who are skilled and also people who can bring money to our country. So there will be flexibility in the both sectors.
I think this is investment visa is always there everywhere.
It's everywhere, yes, that's right.
But it has to be white money.
Yeah, it's got to be white money, but unfortunately, despite having money, our Bangladeshi origin people, those who are in Bangladesh, cannot benefit, because the government of Bangladesh don't allow any money out of the country legally.
Compelling to do something else.
Yes.
Mr. Tajuddin, do you see that there will be, or a likelihood of a general amnesty for those who are stuck in this tug of war of during the Brexit, after the Brexit, what happens to the students particularly?
I am in this immigration practice since 1996, and over this long period of time I have seen how the law developed, how the fee increased, how the Home Office take various time restrictive approach, and looking back and what is future ahead. At the moment, as I said, I never believe in those Home Office statistics. We have this number of illegal people in this country, with those who don't have regularized status. So I would say we don't have a real statistic, but it will be thousands. It's not hundreds, thousands. So when we are out of European Union, and to run this country, the backbone of this country, I always say it is the immigrants. That today, if you look into education, the children of the immigrants, they are doing well. The many sectors in this country holding by the immigrants people. So there is shortage of.
This is the tradition, isn't it? That immigrants, wherever they go, they have got to prove their worth. See, they have got to work hard more than the other community. But have you given this a thought that so many countries that received independence, achieved independence, people from those countries don't want to live in their own country that their forefathers fought for. And think of India, think of Pakistan, even Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, many other countries that were part of the British Empire. See, most of them, whatever reason, see, they would like to be here or there or somewhere else. See, so was there something wrong with our desire for independence? We achieved independence to develop our own country, but we are not happy with the situation there, so we want to go away from there, and we follow our masters. We are here.
So windows of opportunities people want to look for. Today, the Bangladeshi community all over the world, wherever you go, you will see Bangladeshi people migrating. Yes, so windows of opportunities they look for the job opportunities, and this is the root reason. But the fact that they migrate to another country doesn't mean that they forget. Today you see the backbone of Bangladesh's economy is held by the people who migrated in different countries. But
well, yes, they are sending money home.
Sending money home. So what is the opportunities in the country? And that's the one thing, the failure of the authorities in those countries to give opportunities to their new generation. And also another failure is, whenever I frequently travel to Bangladesh, I tell young people, UK is not the right place for you to go. Young man, stay here, study here. There are windows of opportunities in Bangladesh, but you have to work hard for it. And it is the realization failure on the part of those young people.
Very nice that you mentioned the young people, you see. Now you have been in this profession for quite some time, you see. You as an established senior lawyer with a name, how would you like to advise our young people who would like to join this profession, make a name for themselves, and how to go about that? That's your camera.
The legal, in this profession, the statistics tells that nearly 80% people, solicitors, barristers, after they qualified, they do not stay in the profession. It's a very stressful profession, and it's a very difficult start initially. And you have to set up a vision in your life. You got to see what you want to achieve. And then if you are willing to do all this, then you have to work hard. You must not deceive your client. You must be very loyal to your client, because they are the people who bringing the business goodwill, and they are the backbone of your business. Because in the legal profession, this is something, it's not a cash and carry. You go there and pay some money, buy a product. You have to provide a service which your lay client wouldn't know, it is not tangible. So you got to build up that relationship. The message to the young people, yes, if you are committed to this profession, work hard, you will shine. Tasha arriving at age of 17, not even knowing English language, if I can reach here, why not? You can do it. Many of you, I tell my young solicitors, barristers work for me, you were born brought up here, your English should be better than me. So let's move ahead. And also today I set up my business is all my offices are freehold premises. My lifetime investment is there. I have no intention to disappear. My profession is coming to an end. I cannot sustain maybe another 10, 15 years.
Not that soon. Thank you very much. Not that soon. We hope that you will be there for some time. Thank you very much for being with us, and I hope that you have enjoyed the show as much as we have. Next week we meet again, same time, same channel. Take care.